Hello, everybody. Welcome back to day 6 of Project Pack 25. So today we're going to use our Micron 01, our regular Zentangle pencil, our soft Zentangle pencil, and a tortillon. So as you can see, pretty basic on our supplies. So if you don't have the Project Pack, you can easily do this. We're just going to use 4 of these little bijou tiles today. So these are going to be more of an exercise per se than thinking about like a full-on project where you like fill up a page. So kind of doing a study of some different techniques. So I'm going to go ahead and just put these extra ones to the side. And then again, just this Micron 01. Move this to the side. All right, so for this technique, what we're going to do, obviously, we've been working on a lot of drawing behind and a lot of shadowing, that sort of thing. So obviously for this, we're going to work a little bit more on that and kind of diving deep into some different techniques that are similar to the ones you've seen before. But again, we're just building, right? That's part of this project pack. We're building. So go ahead. We're going to start off with some soft C's. And then we're going to end up making like a seed shape. So just come around here and around. And again, back around, right? And then go ahead and we're going to do a tether aura to the top of this. And go ahead and do that third aura. All right. So next what we want to do is we're going to have, basically think of it as a little string that's going to come in. And we're going to go over and under, over and under. So let's just take our little string from right here and just kind of come up. And we're going to stop at this second line right here, right? Then just kind of ever so slowly just move your pen to the next one. And I'm going to think I want to come up through here. And then let's come out their little string here. And then go ahead and you're going to aura that string. And then next, let's go, we'll do a little flip in our ribbon. So one of the ways, since we're kind of going over the lines we already have, so one of the ways that you can kind of mask it is by making a little pattern within your string of lines. So like your little ribbon has these stripes in it. And if it doesn't bother you when you see the break in the lines, I mean, you don't have to do this. This is just kind of optional. One of the things that you can just kind of play with as you're doing your tangles. It's kind of like in the back with your toolbox of what can I do to this line? If you want to go ahead and it's easier if you kind of start the first one where that line is so that you don't accidentally end up with a wonky stripe in the wrong place when you're doing this. I have done that before. All right, so now that you have that little line in there, what we want to do is go ahead and pick up our Zentangle pencil and pick one of your areas, right? So we're gonna color in and we're gonna skip one every time we shadow. If you want to watch first before you go in and add your graphite, I do suggest that before getting a little too ahead. I think I'm going to stop right about there because we are going to pull this graphite down. And we're gonna have more of a gradient kind of shadow coming off. All right. And then now what you're going to do is on the bottom, you're going to do the areas that you didn't shade before on the bottom here. Okay, and now to give it a little bit more of a pop, we're gonna pull back. Remember when we did the ribbon that was going underneath, or I guess it wasn't ribbon, it was part of an organic shape that was going under, and it gives that little pillow effect. So we're gonna do that right here with our little string. Just kind of pay attention to where that little bump would go. And we're just gonna add it right in here. And then if you want to go ahead and add in the shadow for your string, go ahead and do that. Or if you want to wait until after you get these main ones filled in, you can do that too. I'm just going to go ahead and lay that down right now. And then maybe even add a little bit of shadowing right there, because this is going to come up and over, right? Or I guess this line is going to go behind. That's a better way to say it. All right, so I'm going to grab my tortillon and just start pulling this graphite down, right? that's starting to look really good. And then just to pop it, we're going to grab our General's 555 pencil or any kind of soft graphite pencil that you have available. And just going to darken in this top portion just to give it a little bit more depth. And then just blend that in. That is looking super cute right now. So again, you could either stop right here, or we can add some extra enhancements. So if you're like, oh, this kind of reminds me of a little Christmas ornament, you can come through here and just add a cute little loop. And then come through here. And then you can add a little charm. Let's see, let's put that here. And this little C shape right here for the little pocket hole it goes into. And then have it come right out from there. And then you can add some enhancements to this. And what would be really cute is if you have your gray or your silver, you could come in here and just to pop this, add a little bit of a facet in here. And if you have a silver, I think that'll pop really nicely. Give it a little shine to your little gem. But as you can see, really fun techniques to play around with. So go ahead and add your mark. Let's see, or your chop. I'm gonna put mine right here. And sign a date. But go ahead and pick up another one because there's more fun to this, right? So let's see. For this next one, I think I want to do, I might play with this. Okay, so let's start off. So instead of doing, the curved lines, we're gonna make this, in fact, actually, I think I'm gonna go with this because it'll flow better with this shape. So we're gonna make kind of like some diamond shapes. So go ahead and just come down like you're making a diamond shape. And make some tethered aura shapes. So very, very similar to that round ornament-like shape we just made. And feel free to play around with the sizes of the shapes. So here we're going to do a string, and I'm going to do a little bit different, but still going to be a little string. So it's going to have a little tail, right? So let's have it come out. Then we're going to stop maybe right about here. And then have it come out and around, and go ahead and let's tether this aura on one side and have our string kind of move with the first line we threw down, right? And then let's have it come around. At least I'm going to do, this is how I'm doing mine. Feel free to do the same or change it up. Again, this is yours. And then let's see, I'm going to have it kind of come back up. And come up and then back down again. And this one's going to come back around. And I think I'm going to have it come under. And I think I'll have it go under this one. Then, yeah, let's go ahead. We'll go under and come back out. Maybe we'll just have a trail off and end right there. So in the last one I showed you where you could draw little bitty lines to do, like a stripe line. Oh, I saw where I messed up over here. That might be okay. We can probably fix that. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and color this in black. And I think this is going to help it pop. All right, so like I said, there's a couple different ways that we could kind of go with that. I think I'm going to start off with, one, you can just kind of ignore that it's even there. But I'm going to put this white jelly that we got, I'm going to layer it down because we're going to put so much graphite on this, I think it's going to kind of disappear under all of that graphite. So just to be doubly sure, I'm going to go ahead and just add this white jelly so it's drying as I start laying down all this graphite. But as you can see, this fun little ribbon is just winding its way through this. So I'm going to put my O1 down, and I'm going to pick up my Zentangle pencil. And kind of similar to what we were doing earlier, just lay down that graphite, right? And we're going to do every other one like we were doing before. We'll let that dry a little bit more. All right, and so on the bottom part, right, we're going to alternate. So go ahead and do this bottom part. And I'm going to go light right through here because if you remember, we do have this little shadow that we need to make because we are coming up in here. So you always want to be thinking like, where would it bump up? Where are the pieces coming through? All right. And as you're coming through, just kind of keep in mind, like for this one, I'm gonna have it almost be kind of like a faceted or folded diamond, or you could think of the paper. And so just kind of taking my lighter color to right about there. I'm bringing this darker one down and just kind of fold it into this area. Put light bit of graphite in there just to kind of show this was going to be kind of a darker area anyway. And again, just pulling that graphite down to kind of this edge line, right? And then go ahead and bring these up. And you may need to clean off your tortillon every once in a while. because we have a lot of graphite going down in this. Look how great that is turning out. Okay, so let's go ahead and add our shadow also for our line. Add that in there. And again, just a little bit, especially with these, a little goes a long way, and these little areas. And I'm applying mine to the bottom of the line. If you want, you can add your shadow wherever you want, because this is Zentangle, and so your lines can be wherever you would like them. I'm just going to soften that shadow line in. All right, and then go ahead and grab your soft pencil, and we're just going to darken in the top. Again, we're just giving it a little bit more dimension with our gradients. All right. Oh, that looks great. Okay, so cute. So, oh, don't forget, let's go ahead and sign it. If you want to put your chop in, you could put it behind here. I might even hide mine. Let's see. So if it was hiding behind this little... So you can just kind of see just a peeking out right there. That's kind of cute. I like that. All right, putting that one to the side, and go ahead and grab your next bijou tile. And if you don't have the bijou tiles, again, you can use just any scrap piece of paper that you have on hand, or if you have a drawing journal you're drawing in, that works too. So this next one, you can draw, start with a square or just kind of any four-sided. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, I think the less perfect on some of these, the better. Okay, and then we're gonna want to draw six lines inside. All right. And then what we're going to do next is we're going to draw a fat ribbon. And so for this again, you can kind of play, you can make it wavy. I'm trying to think. I think I might just make mine go kind of come down and then come back up again. But just come right to this edge. Kind of skip over. Draw your line, skip over. Draw your line, skip over. Draw your line, skip over, and then come back up. Go ahead off the tile if you would like. And then again, you're gonna want kind of a thicker ribbon, right? So we're just gonna go ahead and order that last line we did. All right, great. And next, what we want to do is we're going to do the crescent moon shape tangle. And so let's see. And you don't have to do crescent for this. You could do any number of tangles. Like if you remember the ribbon project we did for, I believe it was day 3, there's lots of different types of tangles you could add to this ribbon. But for the sake of this, we're just going to go ahead and do the crescents. So I'm going to start on the top here and then skip. And I would add one here. And then I think I kind of lose it, most of it behind this one. Same thing, I draw another one here. All right, and next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw crescents on the bottom. And I suggest kind of putting them in between your top crescents. I think the spacing works out better when you do it that way. We'll have one right here. I think that you might be able to see a little peeking out. And again, we're just, adding in. So go ahead and add yours along the bottom. All right, and then go ahead and aura your crescent shapes. All right, and then let's go ahead and aura this ribbon. And then let's aura around our box. Oh, let's It's looking so cute. Okay, so go ahead and grab your Zentangle pencil. All right. And just pick one of these sides or one of these rows and start coloring. And we're going to do the same thing we did on the others, where we pick every other one and then switch off on the bottom. All right, and then go ahead and add your shadow for this bump. I'm going to go ahead and add in the shadow for the ribbon. Make sure when you're doing your shadow for your ribbon, make sure you get these edges too, where it goes under. That'll help pop that. And then let's go ahead and smooth these in here. I think I might clean off my tortillon because I think I have a little bit extra graphite on there than I need. All right, and then I'm gonna grab your Generals 555, and let's add a little bit on the top here. Just get it a little bit more dark. Again, we're getting dimension. That's what we're doing with this. And I don't know about anybody else, but I feel like this really soft pencil is really kind of wearing out my tortillons a lot faster than what I'm used to. All right, that's looking so cute. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put my chop on this. All right, I'm gonna set this one off to the side and then grab my last but not least little bijou tile. All right, so for this one, I'm gonna draw kind of like, I don't know, like a longer oval, maybe like a pumpkin shape kind of. And then go ahead and start out with that seed shape. And then it's kind of like a rounded, again, it's almost like a pumpkin. All right. So again, with your pencil, we're going to come through, shading like the first quarter of it. And then, I mean, if you want to add a little bit of light graphite just to help pull it down, you can. All right, and go ahead and start adding or smudging that in. Oh, again, I think I'm gonna have to clean off my tortillon with all this graphite we've been laying down. Yeah, that helps. All right, so now I know the first thing some of y'all are gonna do is reach for your General's 555 or your soft pencil, but don't do that. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do another technique. So this is more like kind of like an etching technique, but we're gonna use our pen, and we're gonna create that extra little bit of shadow in there. So you just want to take your pen, kind of push down, not too hard because you don't want to mess up your tip, and then just kind of come up, just flick it up. And so we want this little area. Again, just pressing and flicking. And we're gonna do that in our dark areas, right? Because we're creating more depth, more shadow, more drama, if you will. Oh my goodness, my dog. All right, and there you have it. That looks super cute. And then go ahead and put your chop on it. And so that is what we are doing for, let's see, day 6, right? How fun. So we've got all these different techniques well, I guess it's the same technique, and it's just we've, you know, done a couple different styles with it. And so I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you again for day 7. See you then.